Stuns.
Technology, it's like, oh, my signal's really bad.
Believe me, I still say that to this day. All right, everybody, welcome to the Gulag podcast. Hopefully this works properly and we don't have any more issues. You know what it is? Jay's Pizza, the heat of that pizza being cooked is causing problems with my Discord right now.
I broke it.
Yeah.
I broke it.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Hopefully this clears everything up. We had to do some technical things to get this working. Welcome to the Go Out podcast. Yeah, I think I'm struggling because I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep too. So we're doing fabulous today. I'm drinking espresso. We have Exquisite Horror here on the Gulag podcast today with her little kitty that's chilling with her right now. What's your kitty's name?
Her name is Totoro.
Totoro? What is that?
She's always chilling in my lap. It's from the movie My Neighbor Totoro.
I gotta look that up.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you don't know what?
I gotta look it up. I'm bad. I'm bad with movies. Let me tell you something. I don't like when Jay tells me, "Have you seen this movie?" I'm like, sounds interesting. I've never seen it.
Speaking of which, did you see the new movie trailer for Kong versus Godzilla? I'm very hyped about it.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I saw that.
I have not seen that.
Very
I
hyped
haven't
about
seen
that.
either.
All right, and in the fashion, we have the gaming doc in the building as always with Jay Stuns and his pineapple pizza cooking in the background there. Jay, you know when you go to Hawaii, right? The land of pineapples, right? I'm
going to punt them.
Wow, so mean, bro.
I'm going to punt.
That's the first. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure if you go to Hawaii, the first gift they give you is a lei full of pineapples.
No, if I go to Hawaii, I'm gonna come back hella skinny. Do you know why?
Why?
I'm gonna start playing soccer with every goddamn pineapple I find.
There you go. I think your foot is gonna hurt after a while, but you do that.
I'll be ready.
You'll be ready.
Oh my gosh.
All right. How does the signal look, Jay? Are you watching the stream? Are we good? Are we doing good?
Stream is good, but you are frozen on Discord. But stream is good.
Perfect. All right. Yay. On this Discord, right? The actual, not the actual one going into the stream. As long as the one.
Stream, you're fine.
All right. As long if you let me know if you start hearing me. And Discord, by the way, thank you for fucking up the podcast, but not any other day when I don't want to speak to people. You mess up on the day when I actually want to speak to these people. All right, everybody. We have Exquisite Horror in the building. She is going to talk about her unique community that she has. And also in the streaming world, because her community is far unique from any other streamer's community, by far from what I heard, because she does poetry nights, which not a lot of people do. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do. All you guys that watch, it's usually one of us complaining about a game. Let's see, what else do we have? Then there's the OnlyFans girls.
I know.
I know. You sit there and add me on Instagram all the time and think I'm gonna pay for your $20 a month content. I mean,
$20 a month.
Jay. That's why Jay's gonna do OnlyFans.
Shut up.
No, but it's gonna be pizza.
Shut up.
Pizza OnlyFans, and you just pose with a pizza, like provocatively.
You know, it loses its luster when you let the cat out of the bag before it actually happens, right?
I know, but I want people to be excited about it. I didn't launch the date.
Surprise!
Aren't you a little more surprised? Wouldn't you be more happy about being surprised by a pizza OnlyFans instead of just saying, "Hey, there's a pizza only"? Okay, then.
Well, I never set a date. I never said when you were going to launch it.
It's your fault. It's your fault. You ruined it. That's it. It's not happening anymore. Now I ruined it.
I know. That's the whole thing. That's what ruined it.
Hey,
okay.
I'm not the one that's going to make money from it, so you go ahead and not do it.
Cat out of the bag, you ruined it. All the initial excitement.
No, the cat's actually on her lap over there. If you're just interested, it's right there. It didn't go out of the bag. I don't know where Luna is, but the cat's right there. All right.
Luna is like sitting just out of arm's reach, so she would make sure that I actually have to get up and go grab
she's
her.
a smart cat. But the minute she sees you talking, she's gonna come up and say hi. That's her cat. Her cat is one of those that when she realizes that she's live on a podcast or she's doing some YouTube video, she'll be up there talking. It's amazing.
That is hilarious. Totoro's just always around me 24/7, so I get that.
So, Exquisite Horror, Jade, unfortunately, it was like a thing where we're like, oh God, we're running out of podcasts because we kind of me and Jay kind of totally forgot that the last podcast was already going to be sent out and put out on things. So, Exquisite, let us know. I've watched a little bit of your streams, but I've only seen you play in Warzone. I haven't got a chance to see you do your poems. So let us know. Give us a history. I know you're half. What kind of Asian are you? Because there's half. I saw on your profile half Asian, half Latina, right?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Yeah, I'm half Asian, half Mexican. I am half Laotian.
Laotian, okay. That's an exotic mix. There you go.
Very different.
Yeah.
Not that's why people look at me and they're like, "What are you, like Native American?" I'm like, "No, not quite." I mean, I wish I was. But yes, I'm half Asian, half Mexican. So I unfortunately kind of know half and half of each language.
Hey,
I don't know
high five. There you go. That's good.
I wish I did. But yeah, I mean, I would say the history in general, I haven't been streaming for a very long time. But I personally know me myself. I love poetry. And I started streaming because I wanted to get to know people that kind of, had a similar mindset as me. So that's why I started my poetry streams and things like that. I am, of course, a variety streamer, so I do play Warzone, all of that good stuff. But yeah, poetry is something that we do on our mental health days, which are on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. It depends on what the community is feeling that day. But yeah, I mean, we just hang out, we read everyone's poems, whoever feels like sharing, they share. And I share my poems to make everyone else feel comfortable as well, because it is a very vulnerable thing to be able to share poetry. So, we just talk about mental health and however everyone's week has gone, weekend, and I'm just there for my community and like to get to know them on a heavier level.
So you
there's two other things you don't know about her either, Narrow. She's obviously, you can tell by her name, she's a huge horror movie buff.
Okay.
Huge horror
movie. Oh, so she's another she's another Becca then. Apparently, like Becca.
Yes. And for her channel point redemption, she teaches you sign language.
Oh,
nice.
Okay, see, I've always wanted to learn sign language because I feel like I only know one. Yeah, I know. You know what it is. Yeah, got it. That's a universal. Okay, and Discord decided to crash on me in the middle of this. No. It's a temporary loss. Hold on.
Oh,
what the hell?
It was a temporary loss. It did an update, and it oh well. I had sent it in for an update.
Okay.
That's so I learned American Sign Language from my stepsister. I met them when I was like my stepdad when I was 3 years old, and he kind of basically raised me. And she came into my life, and so we kind of grew up learning it together. And basically, I'm not obviously a certified teacher by all means. My goal, is to kind of help, because that is how the deaf community communicates, and a lot of the ways they have to carry a pin pad around with them, or they have to have a translator with them. So it's easy to learn simple phrases just to simply make it easier, like where's the bathroom, like everything people know, in small phrases and things like that. So I'm at the same time refreshing my sign language because she did move away to New York, so I don't utilize it as much. And teach what I know, which just brings more awareness to the community and things like that. So
that is awesome, because I always watch those people that do the translations, when they do like the press conferences. I'm like, how do you keep up with like the way these people, like some of them talk? In fact, I remember I was watching a video, and there was a guy that was trying, or no, was it a female? It was a female at a rap concert. I'm like, why do you have? I mean, all right, I guess. I don't know how you keep up with it. I mean, she was doing who's that dude that's Busta Rhymes? That like when he flows, I don't even know what the hell he's saying. How is she doing sign language to his music? I'm like, exactly. She's over there sweating, like she's literally got her forehead is just like dripping in sweat, because I'm pretty sure this is like in Florida, and she's trying to keep up with him, and he's like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, ma'am, how are you doing this? How do you even know what he's saying? But I respect
that's when
them.
You're at the top of your game.
I thought she was just throwing up gang signs at one point. I was like, wait a minute, what is this lady doing? When they first panned the camera over to her, and I'm like, what is this elderly white woman doing on stage throwing up gang signs? I'm like, oh, wait a minute, she's doing sign language. I go, but how is she keeping up with it? Like, he is going, because rap back in the day, the words were slower and you it kind of flowed better.
Mhm.
But the rap nowadays, you're just sitting there going, "What the fuck are you talking about? What
I know,
are you
I can
even?"
barely
Language, I would
understand
do.
it.
Yeah,
What is this? That's the only sign.
yeah. I'd be like, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. The BZ being in the
I
heat. I'm
know.
like, what?
I know the hand signal for bullshit.
Okay, let's see
And
that.
I think I remember how to spell FU. I'm not 100% sure.
All right, let's see it. Let's see at least the bullshit one.
This is this. It's bullshit.
Is that bullshit?
You got the horns and you got the bullshit.
That's bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna remember that. That way when I want to tell people that they're full of shit or they're bullshitting, I'm just gonna do that, and then they can figure that out.
Mhm.
There you go.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
I'm universal.
yeah.
You got it, Jay.
Uh oh. There he goes. Magnum look number 1 today. That's actually number
No, I
2.
already had number 1.
Yeah.
I
That's
got
number
3. Bam.
There you go. Jesus Christ. Well, and you talk about a lot about the mental health thing. Is that something that you struggled with? I mean, I think everybody's kind of struggling during this, depending on what state you live in, how the lockdowns are, how they don't let you do anything. I mean, like, it's so weird because we sit there and we want to go to the grocery store, we want to go to the mall and do the things that we used to do, go to the movie theaters and like chill on a Sunday like this. And we can't do a lot of those things. I mean, some, like Florida, I think is pretty open now. I think they're letting like everything go over there. New York miraculously lost all their COVID. I don't know how that happened in an overnight thing where they just miraculously, the governor.
Well, I think there's a little hidden thing going on there. I don't think all the cases of COVID
Yeah.
are gone. I think people are being admitted into the hospital with other conditions, and then they find out they had COVID, but on the list they're still listed as heart attack or whatever else. But they do wind up with COVID and whatever. Because I know several nurses that work here, and COVID is not gone.
I know. Then you come to California where businesses are just being lost by the second. Elon Musk said he's going to
Folks are getting
Texas.
arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Elon Musk is going to Texas. Oracle's going to Texas. Who else?
Exquisite Horror is going to Texas.
I know. Yeah, everyone's going to Texas.
Believe me, it's like it's been on the back of my mind. I go, because before Tesla moves, you should move to Texas. Because once Tesla and HP's already there, Dell's already over there, Kia builds their cars between Georgia and Texas. So
that's a big space though, dude.
I know, but here's the thing. You're talking about something where if once they make the official announcement that Tesla is going to move all their operations there and Oracle's moving all their operations there, guess what happens? All the prices here, because I'm in the middle of that area of Northern California where the Silicon Valley is, all the prices that come from here, okay? Because right now, we were talking the other day, and I don't know if you were in on that conversation. The conversation was that the over here, you like the place that I'm housed in right now, $2,100 for a 2-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
But you go to places like Texas, you get a 2-bedroom.
2-bedroom house?
No, 2-bedroom condo.
Apartment.
Oh,
No, 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
2-bedroom.
Some studios are going for close to 2,000
Yeah.
for a studio.
Yeah,
And-
it's crazy.
and the thing
you go to
is-
Texas, and it's like $1,000
Yeah.
for a 2-bedroom.
It's $1,000. And here's the thing: you can go to Austin, Texas, and get a brand new built, because a lot of Silicon Valley companies already moved over there. A brand new built modern like condo apartment complex over there, $1,800 for a 2-bedroom.
Yep,
Wow,
it's crazy. Everybody's moving there.
Nobody wants to do business. I don't want to do business in California anymore. To be very honest with you.
no.
To be very
Which
honest
is
with
the
you.
crazy thing, because California used to be the hot spot.
It's
It's
not
where you
anymore.
went to go get famous. It's where
Oh,
you went
yeah.
to
Yeah.
get, all
You-
the publicity, all that stuff. And now all the new hot spots are in Texas. And that's, I wanted to get ahead of the game and things like that. So that's why I'm personally have a goal to hopefully be able to move to Texas in April. But yeah,
Wow.
get there before the
Yeah,
price
because
of
once
rise, in my
yeah,
opinion.
because it's I guarantee they said by the end of the year they're talking about the market by the end of the year when Tesla officially has all their stuff over there, the market's going to triple as far as house value and because everybody's moving over there. All the people that are just up the way over here, almost 30 miles from us, well, further away from you, Doc, but 30 miles from from where I'm at, where the Tesla manufacturing is at. I mean, they make the prices go up over there. The minute that Tesla factory's gone over there, everything shrinks to nothing.
Yep.
Everything's going to shrink because all those people that were living up there were Tesla employees, and they're all going to move to Texas.
Exactly.
And they're all going to move to Reno, and because it's like weird because like I got an email from like Henderson, Nevada, the city of Henderson, Nevada, because I have a business, the LLC, and here we go again. What is going on?
Lose him again?
Yeah, here, we're gonna. I guess it's updating.
He's coming back.
It's updating itself over and over. I don't know why it's doing that, but here we are with Discord. But it's weird because like Henderson, Nevada gives you $10,000 in credits to
move there,
to move over there as a business. So I don't know. I'm just saying that people need to start waking up because like here in California, like they showed a video of what Sunset Boulevard looks like now. It's terrible. There's homeless everywhere. Everything's boarded up. I mean, this is gonna look like a ghost town soon. I'm guaranteeing you. I'm guaranteeing you.
But the next thing you know, the prices there are going to start dropping and all that, and then people are going to start moving back and forth. Like I can personally say, I mean, I know a lot of people in Texas, and they're just like, oh dang, all the Californians keep coming here,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh well, everybody's moving to Texas. Texas is not pleased at this.
I know.
They're not happy.
Like,
it's like
go
Washington.
back home.
Well, Washington State, I'm sure that they're like, oh my God, thank God they've got somewhere else to go. Because it was like, oh, everybody's moving to Washington, and Washington did not want Californians there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's where everybody's going. It's literally where everybody's moving. I know another oh gosh, who was it? It was another podcaster. The guy that did Fear Factor, what's Joe Rogan. He moved to Austin this year too.
Yeah,
so he's there. And it's like literally
everybody wants to. Well, I mean, a lot of esports teams, even like 100 Thieves, they're like, "Oh shit, why did we build this $1 million compound here in LA?" And now they're looking at stuff in Texas. 100 Thieves, all these guys like Hex and Optic Gaming's already down there in Austin, so they already got a head start. But it's hard to be. There's nobody wants to be here anymore. Even all these esports organizations, a lot of these gaming companies, they don't want to be here anymore. And I don't blame them because I don't want to be here anymore. This place is horrible, like California. No, because they charge you all these taxes for what? When's the last time I saw a freeway paved? But yet you're taking my DMV money and trying to tell me that you're doing it because the freeways are being paved. And like I noticed my registration's gone up like $30. Like holy shit, it was $110 every year. It's $110. Now it's $147. It's like, where the hell does $30 come from? Oh, because we're improving the roads. I said, when's the last time I see you got a shovel out and improve shit in this road? You haven't done shit.
Exactly. In Texas, you've got no state income tax. They're on their own power grid system.
Exactly.
Like everyone.
Here we get here. She knows PG&E very well. Doc knows PG&E very well because they're the ones who set fire to a whole neighborhood, blew it up. And then, recently, they screwed up my internet connection over here by digging and trying to fix the old gas pipes that are leaking over here, and damage my internet. And I'm like sitting there. I told the guy, I said, if you blow up my neighborhood, dude, I'm gonna kill you. I really am. I'm like, I looked at him straight in the, huh?
You would love it. You would love it. You'd think it was a COD war zone.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who, are saying that their landlords are lowering their rents just to try to make sure that they stay in because so many people are leaving California.
Yeah. So a lot of people are. This is a mass exodus. The governor was actually talking about charging us $10,000 if we try to move out. I'm like, what are you going to do? Put a toll booth at the borders and tell us that we have to pay a toll of $10,000?
Like you can't leave. You have a moving van.
Yeah.
You can't leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
I know, right?
Jeez. There's gonna be a new market. We're gonna have to buy a whole bunch of U-Haul vans and just paint them white, and that way no one knows that they're moving out. All they see is a white van going down the street. But
your furniture one piece at a time.
Right.
I have a question for you, Kylie.
I have an answer.
I like it. She has an answer.
When you first came up with your plan of streaming and everything with the whole Discord community, did you plan for your community to wind up as it is now, or did you have a totally different plan that kind of just molded itself into what it is today?
I kind of had a completely different plans. When I first started streaming, I was just streaming from my PlayStation 4. You know, I was this tiny person that had a couple of friends here and there pop in, and then, I built my PC on stream. Lots of amazing people I met there that helped me, and things like that. And I know that when I first started, my main goal was to be about the community. It's all about them. It's all about, you know supporting them as much as they support me or don't support me. I support people that don't support me, and that's perfectly fine. It's about getting to know people. And honestly, for me, like, going back to COVID, I started because I was such a closed off person, because I've lost a lot of people in my life. I've lost a lot of family, I've lost a lot of friends, and I had some friends that convinced me and was like, why don't you just start streaming? You'll meet people and things like that. And here I am a month later, and it's molded itself into so many amazing people that I've met, and it's gone way beyond than what I even expected. I expected maybe what I happened in the beginning. I've got like 3 or 4 people talking to me in there, and then now I've met so many amazing people. It's great.
And how do you think that's helped you as far as, because you say it is an easement to stuff that might have gone on in your life, as far as like losing people, how has that helped you? Because we talk about this, a lot of people go into our streams, and I'm sure it may have happened to you. I don't know how many, you said you've been in it in a couple months, but how many, we've had people, Jay I know has had people, I've had people come in and say that they're really at their ends with, and they want to take their life. How have you had that, have some of that kind of impact happen to somebody in your stream, where they said, you know what, because of you I feel a lot better about life, and it's helped me get through life?
Yeah, I've had some people reach out to me, because the way that we run things in my streams is, we have our mental health days, and people will reach out to me, in my Discord or on stream, and they're just like, hey, like, I've never felt accepted like this before. It's so great to come in and be accepted, and I'm, that's what we're here for, and like, oh, people have met so many people. Like, there's, because whenever I'm not streaming, I'm constantly in other people's streams. So it like makes my heart personally glow when I see, I'm in there, I'm lurking, but then somebody from my community is also in there, and they're also saying hi. It's all about making friends and those connections. And I feel like I don't know, I've helped in that way, and I've made a lot of friends in my Discord, and have helped people hopefully feel better. And that's just my goal in general.
And did you ever think when you first started this, because you're saying a similar story, I think, to what me and Jay started off with. We started off with a console and no camera, and just playing games with. Sometimes it was just by yourself, and to where we are now, where it's we're on PC. You see us, and my Discord just keeps on going out, and I'm gonna strangle the mother. Sorry, boys and
So we
girls.
started on console just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna strangle Discord, dude. These guys are just trash. Bunch of trash. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know what to do to fix this. This
Might as
whole.
well just leave it now. You just got to just keep doing it. Once you cut out, I'll try to finish your sentence.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Always here for a friend.
There you go.
All right. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Discord today. I'm pretty sure everybody's been having problems with it, but we're gonna get through it the best way we can, because unfortunately the alternative is well, I mean,
I think you'd have to do a fresh install, honestly.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna strangle that update that was put into my computer. I'm gonna try to put a previous.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever floats your boat.
There you go.
But yeah, so we're.
So when you mentioned that you started with incorporating poetry, I find it really interesting, and would like to hear how that kind of came in. And are there particular guidelines? Because I mean, every stream has guidelines, but when you're dealing with something as vulnerable as poetry, um, it really is important to have that safe space. So first, what was it that kind of made you want to incorporate that in, and how do you handle the logistics of it?
Yeah. So what made me want to incorporate it in is that, me personally, when I was going through a really hard time, I turned to poetry. And I know I'm
Mhm.
not the only one that has probably turned to poetry. And when I tried to look it up when I was not even streaming yet, I was like, oh, I wonder if anybody's talking about poetry. If anybody's, if I could just fall asleep listening to some poetry, that'd be great. And I didn't really see anybody. I maybe met one other person that read poetry, but that it wasn't very, like they were reading like their own poetry and things like that. So what
Mhm.
made me think about it is more like, I want to create a space where, people feel comfortable about that. So that's why I have the option. If you want me to read your poetry, I 100% will. And I'm not here to critique it. And that's the guideline that I've kind of set. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, that was a really bad poem. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm going to
Yeah.
say. I'm going to sit here and say, wow, that is really, great for you to write that. I see what you're going through. Here's my experience with it. And then the whole
Mhm.
community itself, they know, because they pick up on that, and they, are also very supportive. And that's the goal, and that's the guideline. People pick up on my feelings and my emotions and my feedback, so they're not going to lash out. And my mods, which Jay is one of my mods, they all know the environment that I want to create for people. So if somebody comes in, you know bashing somebody or anything like that, they're like, yeah.
I get to go to work.
Yes, exactly.
Jay loves that. I'm just
I
gonna
I
let you
think
know that right now.
Jay is one of everybody's mods.
Right, honestly.
I
Honestly.
the thing I
I think
love
last check I was up to like 38.
the thing I love about Jay is that he will put an ass whooping so fast
Yes.
onto a jackass on a stream that and the best part is it comes out. He's like a ninja. He'll come out of nowhere, right?
Yes, see?
Ooh.
That's
Jay
great.
is the type of person that will come out of it. He'll sit there and you won't even think he's in the stream, and then you'll start.
Oh yeah, I'm quiet as shit, and then when somebody says something, I
And
strike.
and then all of a sudden he's just like, "What?" And he's just like out there. You're just like, "Wait a minute, where the hell did you come from?" I'm like, "Oh, well, there's Jay." So
Right?
yeah,
Exactly.
he's like really fast, and I'm just like, I was like,
I
"Damn,
think
bro."
it was one night. I think it was one night we were playing Warzone. And I was lurking in Kylie's stream, and some guy came in and just started a bunch of shit. And next thing you know, I'm like banned, and Kylie's like, "Wait, Jay's here?" Like,
I know. Literally.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like, oh,
Who
thanks, Jay.
was that masked man?
yeah, oh he sits there and he just like he'll come out of the woodworks, and I'm just like, where the hell did he even come from? Because he'll tell me, "Oh man, I'm gonna go chill and watch some psych." I'll be like, "All right, Jay, we'll catch you in a little bit." And I'll still be on stream, and someone will say something stupid in my stream, and then Jay will be like, What'd you say, motherfucker?" And I'm like,
yeah,
God damn.
because the way I see it is like if they see a mod typing in chat, they know the mod is there, so they may hesitate a little bit on being a complete dick. But if you think nobody's watching, you're gonna go all out, and then when you get caught, you're like, "Damn, I am stupid."
Yeah.
So my goal is to make people stupid.
Jay has like that sword in a lot of channels, and I hope people
Mhm.
know that.
Yeah, for a reason.
38.
For a
Yeah,
reason.
when you
38 total.
when you see that sword and you see the name Jay Stuns, just know that sword gets put to good use.
Yes,
He likes
exactly.
to
It really
sat.
And when you
does.
think,
Jay
I'm playing
stuns.
Warzone and I'm not paying attention, yeah, when you think I'm playing Warzone not paying attention, keep in mind I have about 4 or 5 streams up on my other monitor with sound on, and all 5 of them just waiting to hear. Oh, get this asshole out. Okay, hold on, pause game, go to stream, ban. Okay, back to playing.
I know, yeah, exactly.
He's slick too. He creeps up, man. So all you guys, right? All you little thirsty. I can't even say the word anymore because then they'll
Go
ban me.
to the deli and
Yeah.
get yourself some Gatorade because you ain't gonna be thirsty over here
Yeah.
no more.
Yes,
Just saying.
exactly.
Yes, I'm just gonna say that now. I see, and
You
okay.
can't say the S word, but I'll say this: if you think you're gonna be a fuck boy, you gonna get fucked, boy.
He has that.
It's great. It's great.
He's probably
The chivalry.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's 100% right because these guys just get out of control, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure Kylie, unfortunately, in this Eco's chamber that we're in, it's going to be a part of something that you have to deal with is these guys that are
Yep.
taking it to that next level, thinking that they're going to like tomorrow you guys are gonna go out on a fuck, and I'm like thinking to myself, what?
Wait,
What planet?
I'm gonna give her like $100 and she'll be in love with me and I can marry her tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, what planet are you guys on? Like, I don't get some of you guys. I go, do you get? A lot of you guys must have been in your fucking rooms for way too long, because that's not how any relationship
They
is
all
started.
have that pair of socks that when they take them out of the drawer, they're like cement. You throw them on the ground.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and it's like, for me, that's the I don't worry about it, but for you ladies, you're probably in the back of your minds going, I wonder what the fuck, like, some of these people, when they're watching me, the kind of shit that they're doing, you're just like, because you just see them, they get into the stream, you know, and me and Jay can point one out very easily for you, and then you just see them, they'll drop a nice $5 donation first, right? Then they'll try to get to know you like you're at a fucking bar, and I'm like, sir, you do realize that we're through a computer. You don't buy her a drink and then, or buy her a keyboard and mouse, and then all of a sudden the next day you guys are going to be the best lovers ever. It's like, dude, I'm like, dude, think about it, bro.
Keep in mind too, we're on Twitch here. You don't get to see every day of every minute of our life.
Exactly.
So, you don't know what kind of relationships we got on. Unless the streamer is willing to let that information out there, you have no idea.
You have no idea.
You could sit there and be talking to somebody you think is...
This fucking... Oh my god, dude, I'm going to strangle.
Person. And, yeah.
Whatever they want to disclose, their relations and things like that, and it's crazy because, like I said, I haven't been streaming for that long. But I've already experienced so much of it.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, no. Here's the thing. It's just that's the way they think. That's the way they think, because unfortunately, there's a ton of introverts that don't know how to talk in public. If they ever saw you in public, they would never say a word to you. They'd stare at you, and then they just sit there. And it's weird because I've been to most of the TwitchCon. In fact, I've only missed one, and that was the 2017 one in Long Beach. I've been to every other TwitchCon, and that's the way it is. Like, I'm sitting there talking to Doc and to Pokemon. They're all there, right? And the people just stand there and just like, and they stare at you. You're just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Is there like food behind me? Like, what the fuck are you guys staring at? You can come up and say hi. You don't need to stand there and just stare. But they won't say a word. They have their own. Yeah. And here's the other thing. All those guys, they have their own like little clique. You'll see them in a group. They will. I've never seen this in any other convention other than TwitchCon. You'll see a whole group of guys walking together in like a straight line going sideways, and that's what they'll do. And then when they see somebody they know that they've seen on stream, they'll do like a little huddle, stand in the middle of the of like wherever they're standing, and then just huddle like a group, like a circle, and then stare at the streamer that they know. That's the way they are. They will, but
and for there is a certain age limit, I think, to it. Basically, the most I've gotten is someone referred to me as a sexy Rosa Parks.
No.
Oh yeah, who was that? Who referred to her as a sexy Rosa Parks?
I don't remember the name. But she's had a couple questionable people in her chat, and I wasn't mod at the time to take care of them. But
a sexy Rosa Parks. Well, all right, Doc, you go, girl.
Yeah, I was thinking it's like.
The thing with being a mod, though, is like, I don't look at it like everybody else does. Like, oh, I have a sword in chat, so it's, if somebody says something bad, just eliminate them. Like, our friend Miss Sweetie, she doesn't care if you come in chat and say pretty much anything. Mm-hmm. But the second you go racial, she wants you out immediately. She doesn't even want to mess around with that shit.
Yeah,
but if you want to go in there and say, hey, you're cute, hey, this, whatever, she doesn't give a shit.
She gets some weird.
Get on her nerves, and she starts getting mad. Then get them the hell out.
She has some weirdos on her stream.
Yeah. Oh boy. But with me, when I am given mod, I look at it more than just looking out for the channel. I look out for the person. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna sit there and say, I don't care if I have to come out looking like the bad guy. If I'm seeing something going on in Kylie's Discord, and she knows both the people or whatever that's happening, and I sit there and I'm like, listen. Chill the fuck out. This isn't happening here. Or take the shit to DMs. If you want to make me out to be the bad guy, I don't care. I'll be the bad guy all friggin' day. I don't care. Mm-hmm. But if you put enough trust in me to make me a mod on your channel, I'm going to do whatever I can to help your channel grow, to help you grow, and to watch, make sure nothing happens to anything. So that's why I'm in a shit ton of Discords. I left a lot of them that I'm not active in or whatever, but like I'm in Kylie's Discord, I'm in Ness's Discord, Becca's Discord, my Discord, Narrow's Discord, Doc's Discord, the NF. The list goes on and on.
Yeah, exactly.
And you will see me posting up, just telling people shut up, chill out, whatever. And you know, some people just look at it as okay, I get to mod the channel. So if somebody says something messed up, I can mod it or I can, delete it, ban or whatever. But I go straight through everything. I'll even DM Kylie. I'll DM this like, hey, how you doing today? Just making sure they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just who I am. That's me as a mod. That's not everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, exactly.
So, Kylie, I am intrigued by the name Exquisite Horror, and Jay mentioned that you really enjoy horror movies. So, what type of, because it seems like, there's all these little cliques as far as what type of horror you like. So what is your favorite genre of horror?
It's difficult because I honestly, so I'm the person, and this is just my own personal tradition I've set for myself. During the month of October, I watch a horror movie every day. So, it ranges anything from slashers to paranormal to, gore to, any of the above. Like I love the whole genre itself. Like ever since I was 3 years old, I've loved the genre. Like my mom, the very first horror movie I ever saw was Pumpkinhead, and that's like a classic horror movie. And I was like 3 years old and I was telling my mom like, hey, can you Pumpkinhead? And she's like, no, you're gonna have nightmares. And I'm like, but I want Pumpkinhead, So I've just always loved it. And the name itself, I figured it would fit me very well because I am a very horror fanatic, but it also comes from an Edgar Allan Poe writing as well.
Yes.
So I was like,
yes,
let's do the Exquisite Horror because, here we are.
Oh.
Jay, how come we haven't got her to ghost hunt with us?
I'm a fan from way back.
I know.
She has Phasmo, but she finds it boring.
Yeah. I fall asleep during Phasmo.
She has a point. Sometimes those ghosts do not do shit.
I know. I just can't.
The only time that we've ever gotten a ghost to do anything is always when Miss Sweet Tea and Lightsy are with us. Because they scream so loud. Like me and Jay will walk down and the ghost will be literally behind us, and you'll hear Jay go, fuck you. He'll turn around. I'll be like, hey, Jay, are you gonna really just stop and talk to him? You hear him go, yeah, fuck you, ghost. And I'm like, oh my god, like we don't care, but like when we have Miss Sweet Tea, like I was sitting there going through my YouTube videos yesterday, and her first ever ghost encounter with us, I put up on YouTube. She threw her mouse, and you could see it because I put the clip of her at the end of it. You see the mouse go up in the air and land down, upside down. And then you hear her go, huh! And then she goes, hold on. And because the door slammed and she thought it was us. Me and Jay are standing in the doorway.
Funny when you see the different reactions.
Yeah.
It's funny because like you have Sweet, she sees the ghost, she gets so scared, she throws her mouse in the air or whatever. Ness, when she sees the ghost, she'll just like put her head forward in the wall like an ostrich. Instead of putting it in the ground, she's in the wall.
Yeah.
And we're like, Ness, you gotta move. She's like, no. You have to leave. Like if you stand there, you're gonna get dead. So run. Then she starts running. But each person's reaction is just amazing.
It is.
Who was it that the ghost, the little kid ghost, chased up the stairs?
Oh, that was Bella. We haven't played with her in a while, but yeah.
It's like they're after me.
What did I say? I called her the thing that triggered it is I called her Carol Baskins. Remember?
Yep.
I sat there and I'm like, hey, Carol Baskins. And as soon as I said that, my flashlight started blinking. And I'm standing right in the path of this ghost, right? Nope. Walks right past. Okay, boys and girls, I apologize. This is going to keep doing this for a while.
Sorry, Jay.
But yeah, he was standing in the path of the ghost, and the ghost ignored him and my other friend that was playing at the time, and just right up the stairs, chased Bella, and you hear her yelling the entire way. She's like, it's behind me. I'm dead. And then she just screamed.
Yeah, it was the most hilarious thing ever. All I see is this little baby with her arms going up like this, chasing it looked like it was asking for its mommy. So I'm sitting there, I'm like,
yeah, Mommy Bella was
and then you hear me go, amen. And I walk out the door, and Chris, our other buddy, is sitting there laughing because he goes, dude, she walked right past you. I go, I know, because I wasn't screaming. I was just standing there with a flashlight in her face. It went right past me, went up the stairs, and then you hear go, I'm dead, I'm dead. And her reaction, I wish I got that clip. Her reaction when that happened, she was like holding her face, like, oh my god, because she's she's like she's like living this in real life, like the ghost is actually behind her. And then she goes, all right, now I got to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, after a yeah, those are fun, but you get
Yeah,
bored. Yeah, me and Jay sometimes get pissed off at the ghost. We're like, you gonna do something, or are we just wasting our
yeah.
time?
It's pretty funny because I don't get scared often. Obviously, I've
Yeah,
been
she
watching
doesn't.
horror movies my whole life. So literally I was playing it with another streamer friend of mine, Slashly, and she basically like she we were in the house and she was like, fuck you, ghost, like I don't give a shit, and like cussing out, you little, motherfucker, and stuff like that. And then like it's just quiet, and then I go, yeah, you lazy. And she's just like, I just said all of that shit. And did you just say they're just lazy? And I'm like, yeah, I
Well,
did.
no,
Because
it's
they're not
true.
writing in the book. What do you want
Yeah,
me to do?
it's like it's true because like Jay will sit
So
there.
is there a game that actually has scared you?
Really, there's some, of course, jump scares that have gotten me. Like, for example, yesterday I was doing Blair Witch, which is a classic
Oh yeah.
horror game. Yeah. And that there's like one moment where the spirit, person popped up or whatever, and I just didn't know what was happening. So it's just like, excuse me, and like jumped, and I was like, hello. And that's
Yep.
about the extent of my scares. I mean, it honestly scares me more because it's something that you expect in video games and in horror movies. You see the scare and things like that. Versus sometimes when I'm just randomly playing Warzone, my community will, scare me with my sound alerts. That scares me more because I'm not
Wait, did you get
expecting it.
scared during the Halloween those jump boxes? I didn't. I was more annoyed at the sound because it was so loud.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't streaming during Halloween,
Oh.
unfortunately. I'm excited to stream this October.
Well, because no, so what would happen is we would open up the boxes, right? Those loot
Oh, the
boxes.
Warzone one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Nessa threw her controller the first time that happened. I remember that because I was watching her stream, and her controller goes up in the air, and she's like, "What the fuck was that?" And then it happened to me and Jay, and I'm like, "Jay, this is annoying. You just see me. I'm not even jumping. I'm just like, I take my headphones off. I'm like, good God. I go, that thing is loud. They go, you didn't get scared? I go, no. I go, it's just annoying. I go, it's like ear piercing, like a siren in your
I had
ear.
the opposite reaction. I was like, it went off. I was like, fuck you. They're like, what, you get scared? I'm like, no, it's not fucking loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what I do too. Because whenever I play Warzone, I do like a different side of me comes out, so I cuss a lot.
I think that's
And
everybody. I'm pretty sure if the doc played Warzone, she would.
Hot effect.
Yeah, she would have
Literally.
verbalities that would, you'd be like looking at her going,
Right. Like it'd be the crazy.
No, you probably. I would be the one getting cursed at. It's like, damn it, get over here and shoot. Oh, but I think there's something there.
No. You would be the one doing the cursing. Trust me.
No, you
Hot effect. Everybody.
Yeah,
is affected by
yeah.
the
I mean, there's a grandfather that plays Warzone, and you just like you listen to him. He's just like, who is this? And he's British, right? So he's like, who is this bloody wanker sitting over here? And I'm just like, sitting there and go, I know that's someone's grandfather, right? And I'm pretty sure you'd say the same thing. You'd be like, who the fuck? What the fuck? Why? You'd be like, why are you being a bitch boy hiding in the attic of a house?
Right. Seriously, I mean,
well, at this point, the only game that brings that out in me is Uno.
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 If I play Uno brings out a whole nother side of me.
Oh, I can imagine what Warzone's going to do to you.
I'm kind of curious about this.
Yeah, I think we should do an Uno night, Doc.
Well, and the thing is, it's when I play against the computer and I know that nobody would get a draw four times in a row. So I start like really getting very hostile and angry at the imaginary people in the box. To the point where my cat is like looking at me. My dog used to look at me like, what's wrong with you? They're not real.
Yeah, every time. It's the same. Yeah, because I mean, I've been playing first person shooters since I was young because my dad. So like, I learned all that from him, and my dad is, well into his 40s, almost 50s, and he still cusses like that the video games. So
yeah, I'm telling you, Doc would cuss.
I very easily have a feeling that my last words on this earth will be telling somebody to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I am 100% sure that before I die, the last words that come out of my mouth will be "Go fuck yourself" in
Yep.
one way or another. I'm sure of it.
And if you can't
As the
talk,
alien army lands.
and if you
If
can't,
I can't talk, I'll do the sign language for "F you." I know how to spell it out, so I'll just spell it
Right,
out.
right,
I wonder
exactly.
why.
no, Jay's just gonna go like this to everybody. So that's all he's gonna do. Is gonna be if he can't talk, he's just gonna go like this and be like, "Fuck everybody."
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Corbulus, I'm
I
not
like
that
the
old.
defiance.
Corb, look it. I just wanted to tell you that's why you came up with the Corbulus 9000 because something wasn't functioning properly. But you'll be fine, Corb.
Ooh.
Oh, shots fired.
Well, according to Narrow, no shots were fired. That's why the Corbulus 9000.
Yeah, that's why the Corbulus 9000 exists. It's fine though. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh.
The warranty should be a little bit more robust. I just want to tell you that.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're derailing as
So,
usual.
my
We are
dear,
we are derailing big time.
when, speaking of fear, the idea of sharing poetry can be absolutely terrifying because, as you've mentioned, it really does take you
That's
into
why
a
I haven't shared any
vulnerable
of mine.
place. How is it that you help people feel comfortable about it? If say if somebody, they kind of want to but they're afraid to, how do you support them and help them feel okay about that?
Yeah, so usually that's when, I can read some of my poetry and then talk about it just to show them kind of my vulnerable side. Oftentimes, when I personally see somebody as being vulnerable, it makes it a lot easier for me to be vulnerable like that. But as well as, I don't just have them post it in chat or post the link. I always say, hey, just DM it to me on my Discord. If you want me to read it, I can read it. If you don't want me to read it on stream, I won't read it on stream. So then that way they can, share it with me first, see how comfortable they are. So then that way they don't have to share it with the whole community, if they don't want to. I'll just simply, comment on it in my Discord and say, hey, yeah, that was really great. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I
Oh,
seriously
nice.
appreciate it. Yeah. So, building that up, getting to know them on a personal level. And then eventually, from what I found, my community starts to feel comfortable sharing with each other, and they're just like, this is our safe space, this is our mental health days, and this is what it's all about. So
Yeah. I mean, that's really cool. And the fact that you bring in the entire community for it, because then, it's like, wow, they were able to do it. Maybe I can too. And just having that be a safe place is just really, really amazing. And I imagine it's not easy to maintain all the time.
yeah, definitely not. Yes. And that's again why I trust in a lot of my mods so much. Of course there's Jay, but I've also got Javi, and they all have very different personalities. Which I think is personally good because then they understand and they know me on different levels as well. So it really relies heavily, on them, on me, and of course on the community, because they know that, hey, you've got your warnings. We are a safe place here. I don't want to see anybody attacking anybody for any reason. So that's just kind of the law
Nice.
I lay down. So, and it's been going well so far. It actually hasn't been too bad, except for, of course, the second I got a camera, the trolls that came in, the guide, and stuff like that. But everyone on mental health days, they read the room really well. So it's good.
You're so hot. Marry me, please.
Yeah, what you should do, you should get sponsored by a water company that sells bottled water. So when they come back all thirsty, you just aim to the and give them your discount code and say, if you're that thirsty, here you go. Here's my discount code. You're welcome.
Right.
You're welcome.
Right.
Yeah, here's the discount code for the sparkling water. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Please.
It's just www.tapwater.
Yeah. Enjoy that water. There's the discount code. You're welcome. Get quench your thirst over there. Jay, when are you going to start doing poetry? Now that you've mentioned that that you do. That's what I'm saying. When are you going to start?
He has.
When I'm never doing them. I have them. I'm not doing them.
I mean, you should do a night with Exquisite Horror and just give at least one piece.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, because if somebody wants to submit it anonymously as well, and not necessarily who it's from, but they just want me to read it, we do that as well, because we read famous poems on stream as well.
That's
So
nice.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
so then that way they can get the feedback, they can get the support that they need, but nobody needs to know that.
Oh my God, this is just getting obnoxious, boys and girls. That this
Needed,
is.
because there's a lot of people who want to be able to express things that maybe, they don't know how it would be received, or maybe they've gotten some very negative feedback. And growing up, poetry I've written, it's like, oh my gosh, don't quit your day job or something like that. So a lot of people are very
Mhm.
gun shy, and I mean, I can tell totally from your personality, the way you present yourself, your energy, and the fact that your cat is just having a great time, that
Yeah,
you
she really.
that you really are successful at creating safety and allowing people to
Mhm.
feel that whatever they put out there will be received in a good way and in a gentle way. And I mean, tremendous kudos for that. I am so proud of you for putting that together, because it takes a very
Thank you.
special person to be able to hold that type of, the term I would use would be a container, which is like an
Mhm.
energetic space. And
Mhm.
you hold that, and you allow people to be able to do the internal work, because a lot of poetry is about the work we're doing with ourselves. So that
Mhm.
is just really something that is so necessary. I mean, where would you like to see that idea go?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of people do it, which is very surprising. I've talked to one other poetry streamer about it and just getting a community going, especially with COVID going on. There's
Mhm,
a lot of spoken word poets that, they would go to shows, they would do that for a living, and they just can't do that. So
mhm.
Twitch is a predominantly gaming platform, which I am a variety streamer, so I do game as well, but I want to see it go to where, I have a larger community and they're sharing and it's becoming this bigger thing. And people are coming here for these safe spaces just to relax, just to take a breather at the end of the day, just to be able to help people. Because I know when I was
Yeah.
going through all of my mental health things, that's just what I wanted. I wanted a place where I didn't feel that I was alone. So it's just ultimately
Mm,
where I want to create my space.
It's a good thing. We need more of that, especially in
nice.
this echo chamber. We don't have enough of that, to be honest with you, because of
Hmm.
My
what.
thing is, I'm too damn shy. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very like I'm a loudmouth. Everybody knows it,
Hmm.
but I am one of the shyest people you'll ever know.
Jay,
I
Yeah.
only
you're not shy.
when it comes to myself, I'm very shy. Like, I don't really let a lot of business out there.
Hmm.
But for
And
other people, I'll go all out.
yeah, and that's very much how I am too. And I think that's why a lot of people can resonate with me because like I said, I self-isolated myself for 2 years, lost everyone, completely on my own, figured myself
Mm.
out, didn't really talk to anyone. I had Totoro, and about it, and now I'm streaming. I don't open myself up a lot. So I my goal is to help just people feel comfortable, to feel like that they can be accepted and, feel like that they can share and not feel like they're going to get attacked for it.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of
That's really
things.
neat.
A lot of times here
Mhm.
in everybody gets attacked for every little thing. Like we say something, we get attacked.
Mhm.
Whether because a lot of stuff we say gets taken out of context. They don't put a full clip of what we say. Like a lot of stuff
Mhm.
that a lot of people say gets taken out of context, and it's an ongoing problem. It's a struggle, and it's also a thing of back in the day, we never really got censored. We had online radio right after what was it? It was like 2009, 2008. We were going into the online radio, and you used to be able to watch. There was this website called Stickcam, and a lot of radio stations. It was anything, anybody can stream about anything. You could say anything you want about. There was no like you can't say this, you can't say that. It was because this is the internet. This is the World Wide
Yeah.
Web. There was no like no one's feelings could get hurt, and I feel now like we put ourselves in these little safes, and it's good in one way, but you need to express yourself about how you feel. If you're not happy about what the way stuff's going on, there should be nobody censoring you. If you want to read poetry, whatever it's about, no one should be censoring you. And I and I
Exactly.
and I feel like here it's kind of the there's been a lot of talk with like streamers saying, hey, what is the future of like, are we going to go to Twitch? Are we staying at Twitch? What if Twitch becomes another Mixer? What are we
Yeah.
what are we going to do? And so, and I said this off stream, but someone had sent me a thing with an offer, which was it was a very big offer, but I look at it, it's a streaming platform that no one hardly looks at. It's not even talked about. But
Mm-hmm.
what do we do? Because it's like you feel like there's no, like, if you say the wrong thing, like if maybe if your poem is something, who knows, something political, you don't like somebody or whatever, right? It becomes a topic for you, and then you look like the bad person. I think that's what happens a lot with the streamers. We give our opinions. People ask us a lot about our opinions about certain things, at certain topics, whether it's political, whether it's stuff going on in the world. And when we say our topic, all of a sudden
We're
we're
bad.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're bad.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for a lot of streamers to have to filter themselves, and I'm learning that very greatly as well because I am a very different individual. So it's hard to have to sit there and say, okay, yeah, well, cancel culture is a thing. So we have to sit here, we have to filter ourselves, and at the same time, we want everybody to be open with us.
Yeah.
So it's a hard balance for sure. And when it comes to the future of that, I feel like, again, it's just about creating that safe space. I give my community that safe space, they give me that safe space. A lot of them get on to me for not drinking water, but I drink it for them. But it's like little things like that. Like in my community, we still, tease and stuff like that, but that's the extent of it. They know that, I care for them and they care for me. And that's what it's about, in my opinion.
What do you see in your future? What are your plans for like the future of this? Do you want to take it to like writing poetry books, or do you want to take it where maybe you create your own platform as far as for poetry, and being able to, because now we don't have those cafes like over there in
Mhm.
Oakland where you can do like the spoken word like things where you drink coffee
Open
and
mic.
the open mic nights. You
Mhm.
can't do it anymore. So
Mhm.
what it's an interesting thing, because I'm like you said, there's going to be a lot of people that was their thing. They enjoyed it. They would get off work and they would go straight over to an open mic thing, and all the stuff they worked on they're going to do. So what do you see yourself maybe creating a platform for that kind of avenue of genre of doing poetry, and being able to give people a space where they can do something like what we're doing here in a podcast, and broadcast their poetry?
Yeah, I mean, that would honestly be really great, because I feel like if you had a streaming platform, because of course, Twitch and you got Facebook gaming, you have all of those things, but there's not necessarily strictly one for, a specific type of poetry community
Hmm.
or specific type of performance in general. If I knew how to make websites, I would. But I've already met, even just having our poetry nights, I've met poetry authors that have come into my streams and they're like, hey, like, I'm writing this poetry book, do you mind if, like, I post it? And again, I'm all about, supporting my community, so I was like, yeah, get on my
Hmm.
Discord, like, spam it in the self promo, like, I've got you, like, let me read it, let me look at it, is it your own poems, is it somebody else's, anything like that. I would say in the future, it would be nice to be able to create that space for people and poets alike, and people that just want to hang out and listen to poetry or not, or just perform their own poems, like, just creating a space like that. That would be a lot of fun. I've been doing this for like a month and a half, not even a full 2 months now, so it's hard to see where I'm going with it. But it's definitely what I'm heavily leaning into my channel. It's, to go forward in the future with.
And do you see
I,
yourself
I
like,
believe it was on Kylie's channel too last night. She was playing Blair Witch, and one of the voice actors from the game rated her and was in her chat talking about how he was in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
So
that's
I thought that
cool.
was a cool thing that happened last
It
night.
was really cool, and he rated me, and I always go show love to everyone that comes in and things like that. But I actually was right at the part where he had a major voice acting scene. And I was like, I played it, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't want to tell you to play it because I didn't want to be that person, but you found it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna look for it if you come in and tell me you have a voice acting part." It's the coolest thing, and I've met so many amazing people already just in the small amount of time I've been doing this. And I honestly, I'm glad I started it. Being the closed off person I was, that I don't have any regrets starting what I have.
No, it's a good way for you to to learn how to be more open. So when things do go back to normal, now you have
Mhm.
you're more. I mean, there's no. I don't even know what to say. What the real normal is anymore. We can't
Right.
ever. We're not ever. Like every time we start slowly going back to normal, something always has to turn, and and it's so. Oh my god, I'm gonna strangle Discord. I hate you guys a lot right now. I really hate you guys a
Good.
lot, Discord. I You just don't know the amount of hate I have for you guys right now that you guys do this kind of update in the middle of my podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on their website right now. Every time they do this, I end up reporting that they have a problem on their website.
That's funny.
It's terrible, but yeah, it's something where you know you're you really grown. Let's look at let's look at her channel. I mean, because these are numbers I think that are good to point out because she found her niche in the in this platform, which is really hard. This platform is not easy to get. She has in a month and a half she has 393 followers, which is amazing. There's
All right.
guys.
I know.
Awesome.
On that note,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kylie does have something to do, so she will have to drop out. So,
Okay.
final words, Kylie. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, yeah, 309, that's crazy. Cause like I said, I started this, not really expecting anything from it, just finding people here and there, not expecting to grow. And here we are, a month and a half later, and I've it's just crazy to me. It baffles me, and I've got you guys, like, first time I've ever done a podcast, and it's like, whoa, getting to know and just making connections is kind of what it's all about, right? But yeah,
Well,
I
we're gonna
Always,
be
always expanding.
we're gonna
Mhm.
be closely watching your growth here on Twitch, and we are gonna bring you back for another podcast, which will probably be hopefully less technically difficult than this one is today.
Well, the
Yeah.
plan for next season is to be like streaming where you started to where you are now. So by that time, you'll
Oh yeah,
have
you'll have a good
some
you're gonna have a good
experience. I think
story
you'll
by
have
that
a
time.
whole nother perspective about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
you're gonna have a good
Well,
story by that time. By our next season, I think we're gonna be ending this season in a little bit here, and maybe like one or
yeah,
more, two more.
I still have to talk a couple more people. But
Yeah, we have like maybe like 5 or 6 more episodes, I think, at the max, and then we're going to be going into the
yep,
next season. So you will be
yep.
back definitely, and we will want to hear your story and see your growth, and we will be, I'll be dropping into your streams as well. I'm sure the Doc and Jay, we would love
We're
to
already
talk to you
there.
more. Yeah.
yeah,
So I did
definitely.
when he told me that I was watching you play Warzone. You play on keyboard and mouse on Warzone?
No. I'm PlayStation, very heavily
I love the
PlayStation.
way you say that. No.
I
It's
would be
no,
so bad.
it's tough. It's tough. If I ever put a camera down to where my fingers are when I'm playing keyboard and mouse on Warzone,
Yeah.
you would probably be confused at the amount of buttons I have to press and try to remember to press at any given time. That's why Jay kind of asked me why I do the speed, sprint, the auto sprint, is because that way I don't have to keep on holding shift, because this finger was numbing itself trying to sitting there and hold.
Right?
Yeah, but
Like,
yeah.
I've tried Apex on PC. Yeah,
Oh, we gotta
no.
play. We gotta play Apex, because that's
I think my pinky's built up endurance from
yeah. He
running
does.
Warzone.
Jay
I
Jay does these
know.
like little
It's so
stretches and
bad.
stuff. He get he gets little dumbbells and does this with his pinky, so you can. I don't like it. I just do auto sprint. Even on Apex, I auto sprint, and I
Yeah.
just press WASD. on the
Right.
thing. So,
Right.
but yeah, well, thank you for coming in today. I appreciate
Yep.
it.
Thank you,
Of
Kylie.
course. Thanks for having me. Seriously. Thank
Absolute
you
pleasure
guys.
to meet you. I look forward to
Not a
visiting
problem.
your
We'll talk to
stream.
you soon.
Yeah,
Yes,
we will definitely have you back again, and we'll be dropping in on your stream.
definitely. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. And for all
No
the
problem.
support. I look forward to the next time I'm on here.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Have a good day.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Take care.
All right, now Jay's Exquisite Horror. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Jay Stun. I am apparently Jay Stuns today, and okay, that's not gonna work.
But somehow Doc's name still fits.
Yeah, Doc still got it. She still got it.
Yes,
But I'm gonna move it over
I am consistent
to the left. The part 2 of what we're gonna talk about today is the.
I think another thing we need to talk about though is like the person you are, how it affects your community too.
Yeah,
Because you can be
that is important.
You can give off the
appearance
of being a regular person or whatever, but if you sit there and say you're going to do something, or if people in your community rely on you to be a certain way and you don't act that way, it's how to lose people from your community quick.
Yeah.
So like I know I like to be always available for people. I always like to be able to help people, and how would I feel if I sat there and said, "Hey, I'm always available. Call me if you need me, whatever." And the time somebody needs me, I'm not there, or somebody asks me to play a game and I tell them, yeah, I'll play with you Friday. And then Friday comes, they're waiting for me and I'm not there, or I just don't show up or whatever.
Mhm.
That affects them because, wow, he said he was going to play a game with me and now he's not here. He's not a person of his word. So that's a way to affect your community as well. So you need to.
Oh God, I'm gonna strangle. I'm gonna strangle you,
Type of
Discord.
community you want to be.
Hold on, just get your words back again because I lost again. I dropped out.
What did I say?
You're talking about your communities.
No, just basically just being who you're meant to be. Because if you're, if you sit there and say, "Hey, I'm going to play a game with you on Friday," and Friday comes and you don't show up, that person that was counting on you to do something. How do you know that person isn't having a really, really bad time in their life at the moment and they needed a break or something to forget about what they're going through? And you say, "Okay, I'll be there. I'll play with you on Friday," and then they're looking forward to that. It's giving them some sort of a hope. Friday comes, you're not there. They're just like, "Well, this person just doesn't care either." So,
well, I mean, on with that though, we have to look at I think sometimes we overstretch ourselves. I know Jay, you do. I know I do. I literally, me and Jay talk sometimes, and he'll say, "You remember I told you that?" And I'll be like, "You did?" And vice versa. He'll do the same thing. He'll do the same thing to me. He'll be like, "I told you that." And I think it's because we want to work so hard on being the content creator and being here on stream and being on the podcast and creating enough YouTube content to build to do YouTube and be able to do this. I think we overstretch ourselves. And
no, but
but because the
being there for the people is more important than content creation. Like I'd rather be there for somebody that needed me than stream.
But here's the thing: is it's not necessarily you doing it on purpose, though.
Oh no, I'm not
and that's the thing
if it comes down to it, I'd rather be there for a person than.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's just the fact of sometimes we forget about stuff and we overstretch ourselves. Just because of that fact. It's not something that every time I say something to somebody, for 95% of the time I'm there and I'm doing it unless something comes up. And Jay knows that. And Jay will tell me the same thing. "Oh shit, I got to do this because this just came up and I had to get it done," and it's fine. But that's the thing is sometimes, oh my God. Discord, can we get it together? Discord. Yeah, we're back.
He's back.
We need to get this together, Discord. You guys are fucking me up today. You're pissing me the fuck off. But it's just that fact where we do overstretch ourselves. I know Doc has a lot of stuff going on too. But she's got her own practice, she has so many things she puts herself that she has to go through too. And I think a lot of us at that time, we just, we always had to think about the fact of because us mentally and physically, we're not going to be any good for anybody else if we don't take a break ourselves. And Valkyrie pointed that out the other day because she's been having health issues. She's been stretching herself beyond the limits and trying to do so much stuff, because it is doing this and being here and editing these videos and going through all these, to make yourself seem relevant, because that's the thing about it. When we're in this echo chamber, if we start slacking off and we start doing less streams and we stop doing YouTube videos and we stop putting content out on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and people start losing touch with us. And I've noticed this. I've seen a couple streamers do this, some that we know, that hasn't been.
And there's that added piece of, the people, while yes, it's true that we are not directly responsible for someone else's happiness, we do have the capacity to contribute or take away from it. And the idea that some people, they really become very attached, they like hearing the person's voice, they like, and I find it interesting because there's a lot of streamers who will create a persona, and as long as that persona is consistent, the people want to be there, they want to hang out, they want to, be a part of it. And when, and like Jay was saying, it's like it's more important to be there for a human being than to, just kind of be there or streaming or playing the game. And one of the things that I've really noticed, at least in the streams that I've seen, is that people are very open about, hey, how are you doing? When people comment, it's not like, hey, look, I'm trying to play a game, so just sit and chat quietly or talk among yourselves. It's a symbiotic relationship, because the streamer helps people to be able to find that little eye of the storm in all the crazy, and the people who watch help the streamer to be able to feel connected to something, because that's why they're there. So, I agree. Consistency, say what you mean and mean what you say. And
oh my God. Oh, this is the most awful Discord
like,
problem.
Oh, well, yeah, but I wanted to, I'm sorry I couldn't get to you. Sorry I didn't return that. It's like, you know what? If you're having that much trouble, then it's a sign that that person needs to go, oh, okay, what is it that I need to take off my plate so that this other stuff can be made more important? And, it is, this is probably the most human contact that some people get. So that makes it important. And to know that someone cares about you enough to say, hey, reach out to me if you're having a problem, and actually mean it. That is one of the most vulnerable calls that somebody can make, or the most vulnerable message, is to say, well, they told me to reach out, so I'm going to do it. But it's like we were talking, when people are vulnerable, you need to be able to make it safe for them. And it's cool to be able to do that.
Yeah, and another thing you need to look at too is like, you're like, you become friends with these people, and when you have a friend who suffers something, could be the end of a relationship, a family member's death, the death of a pet, whatever, and you show that you're there for them. When it happens to you and they don't reciprocate it, it makes you feel like a real piece of shit,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they're intentionally doing it at all, but when you, sit there and post up that, something happened to you, whether, a family member's going to the hospital or a family member dies, you have to put a pet down or whatever, and they don't kind of do the same thing for you that you did for them, it kind of shows you the place of what you mean to them, and it kind of puts you in a position where you're like, do I still want to be there as a real friend for this person, or do you want to just slowly step away or forget about it completely? You know what I mean? And it's just, it's a constant fight because you don't know what you want to do, and there's always something that you have to
My God, bro. My God.
A friend. Okay.
Fuck.
If you want to continue being a friend to somebody that's worth it, or do you want to just pose as a friend, or do you just want to say, obviously, I don't mean that much to them, so why am I still here? There's a lot of
Yeah.
situations that come out where it's like a friendship. Friendship goes two ways. You have a 50-50 in it. But when you're doing 100 and the other person's doing nothing, or you're doing 90 and the other person's doing 10, it's a struggle to want to maintain that friendship, and it's not something that is taken lightly. I know I'm in a couple positions like that myself, where I'm considering just walking away from the friendship, because obviously they don't give enough of a shit about me to reach out to me or whatever, or I'll message them and they'll send me one message back, and then I don't hear from them for like a week. Offer help, and they say, yeah, I want the help, and they just don't care. So it's just you need to be an authentic person, and if your authentic self is telling somebody you're going to do something or being a certain way, and when the person relies on you or expects something from you and you don't follow through, it just shows how much less and less that you should be considered a genuine person.
Yeah, I mean, and it causes a ripple effect. It's like, well, if they, if I couldn't trust them, maybe I can't trust anybody. And it just, makes that person that much more insular, makes them less likely to reach out to the next person. And, and it really is. It's heartbreaking when people feel like, they can't trust someone to be there for them. And yeah, we have to figure out how much we can give and how much we can do, and to be able to say, it's like, you know what, right now I can't, and if you can wait, give me an hour, I can get back to you. Or, you know what, I know somebody else who you can talk to, and they can, they're really very helpful. So there is that ability to expand the community. But what it ultimately comes down to is, you know don't overpromise, and it can come with the best of intentions. It's like, well, they were so upset, and I just wanted to tell them something to make them feel better. Yeah, but you need to provide help that will actually make them better. It's not just about somebody feeling better in a moment. And that just leads into, well, and it's really sad because a lot of people, if something like that happens, they don't say, oh, well, that person wasn't, trustworthy, or that person bailed on me. They turn it inward and say, wow, I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy of it. And that can take people into some very, very, very bad places.
It's true. It's true. And I think everybody's lives are kind of at a place where we look for somebody to connect to. I think because of where we're at right now in the world. I mean, that's everywhere. Even with the little freedoms that people are having, I think everybody's still looking for that connection. And they're, the TV shows aren't doing it. TV is like down, like and that's why the streaming platforms are so important. And for us to be there, is somewhat important too. And that's why, when I say that we're doubling, tripling down on stuff, that's what I'm doing, is to make sure that the content is out there. So even if something, like people are gonna have to take breaks. Everybody does. I mean, everybody has. I think in this podcast right now has probably looked at it and gone, "Hey, man, what do I need to do? Maybe I should like scale back on some stuff and actually push forward with other things to make myself for my own sanity and my own, to keep things flowing without interruption, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of it's a lot of work. Like people think I'm kidding when I'm saying that. It's no doing. If you think this is easy to be a streamer, and it's not. You have to be consistently looking at yourself going, what is my direction, what is my goal? It's not like a job where, oh, I can get a promotion tomorrow, or oh, if I do this the boss will love me. No, it's not that. They count one thing here when you're on this stream, is how much content you can deliver, how much audience you can capacitate into your stream, and how entertaining you are. Because if you're, there's some streamers that come on here and they play the games and they don't say a goddamn thing to anybody. They don't even acknowledge the fact that you're in their stream. And then there's streamers like us. We acknowledge everybody, even the douchebags that come into our stream. We acknowledge them for 5 seconds to get their ass kicked out of there. But at least we acknowledge them. But like I said, that
before you finish that though, let me just say something real quick to chat. Morph, you know I always joke around with you, but you know I'm always here for you, brother. You know that. So I know you say you rely on that more in your Twitch family with everything you got going on. I know some of the stuff you have going on. I don't know all of it, but you know I only mess around with you for fun. You laugh, I laugh. It's all good, but I'm always here for you regardless. So.
And I think that's part of the release of people when they have a lot of stress. Is for them to come in and laugh at the stuff that we do or laugh at the stuff that we say. I think sometimes that's why I'm pretty sure I've gotten Doc laughing and everybody else, because it's just like some of the some of the shit that me and Jay say, I always surprise ourselves sometimes. I know Jay sat there and looked at me confused before at some of the stuff I say, but that's the whole reason the character even was made, is just to be a funny, like, almost like a Dr. Evil. You hate him, but goddamn, you can't stop watching him because he's so fucking. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole basis behind that thing, is to have that funny character that you're like, fuck, you're an asshole, but God, you're fucking the shit you say sometimes just makes me wonder. I mean, even Sweet Tea was like telling me, she goes, man, you make me smile at the stuff you say. I'm like, I don't know. Half the time they care. I don't even know what the hell's going through my head, but and I think that's what it is we we want to strangle Discord and just beat the dog living shit out of them for doing this, updating my shit on a day like today, right? When I'm doing it in the middle of a podcast. Now I'm going to have like a bunch of fucking like splits between my goddamn thing because you can't keep your fucking website. By the way, there's 90% are complaining about a server connection. Hey, this is, you can work from remote at home, right? I'm going to look at you right now. Work remote from home and fix the fucking website. Thank you. All right. There's the public service message for today. Jesus. Like, come on. This is never a problem. And all of a sudden today I have like 30 breaks. I could technically do like 6 podcasts from today. Because it'll just be like a thought, stop. Like, fuck me. Come on, guys. Get this over, But I do think though that we are sometimes as streamers we need to take a look at it too. And as much as you want to be there for everybody, it's a hard task to do. It's a very hard task to do.
Yeah. And
we're only human.
Absolutely.
Our mistakes, we will make mistakes. We'll overlook stuff. And for, it's not something that we do on purpose. And I some people, I've seen them, they take it personally that we overlook stuff. And I don't mean to. Like when people invite me to play with them, I don't mean to overlook the stuff. It's just like me and Jay when we sit there on Monday morning, hey, what do you got going on? What are we going to do this week? Blah, blah, blah. And he'll be like, we'll say stuff at the beginning of the week, and come towards the middle of the week when we talk, he'll forget some stuff that I say. I'll forget stuff that he says. It's just, yeah. We overlook stuff. It's overlooked stuff. That's the thing. Yeah. We're only human.
Which is human. I mean, and that's the thing about embracing our humanity, to realize, okay, I'm not going to be, on those days when we're high energy, when we're really motivated, and we want to do stuff. But then there's going to be those days that aren't a good is acting up. We have to be able to, and I really want streamers to understand that, in order to be there for everybody, they've got to be there for themselves. They've got to acknowledge, what, if this isn't the best day to do something, I'll do the best I can, because
like
your best
today
is always good enough.
Like today.
Yeah, like today.
I literally think his Discord went out when you said, or Discord messing up, and I think it went out at the perfect
time. Yeah, it went out. Yeah, you said Discord messing up, and the fucking shit just shut off. It's almost like they're listening.
No, it was a perfectly timed thing. That was perfect.
Okay, that was on me.
That was amazing.
She said Discord and then all of a sudden everything just decided to reset itself. Fuck you, Discord.
Yeah, hey, it really is.
That's amazing timing right there.
It is.
And the idea that people can pick up on the fact that it matters. Like, if this didn't even matter, Narrow, if you didn't get, it's like, what, screw it, I don't care. That would come across like, oh wow, it doesn't matter to him. But the fact that, this obviously is frustrating you, and it's creating that tension, and that shares that idea that, wow, this really matters to him. This really, this stream really matters. And like you said, the streamers who get on and don't interact with anybody, and I mean, but that's their thing. And it's that connection piece that allows people to feel that you're somebody who can relate to them. Somebody is like, wow, I've had a bad day, or, wow, I've been in physical pain, or, my technology did not do what I needed it to do. And yeah, it's
Discord.
embarrassing. Yeah, Discord. Well, I almost didn't want to say it just in case I messed it up.
Discord.
Again. But
keep in mind that Narrow's Discord is the only one. There it goes. Narrow's Discord is the only one messing up.
It's because I did that stupid update.
That is so odd.
His Discord is the only one messing up right now. Ours is perfectly fine. So
well, for you, so you think?
I haven't had an issue. I haven't disconnected yet.
I don't know what's going on.
It honestly, whatever's going on, it's on you, because Doc has been fine and I've been fine. It's all on your side.
I guess the PG&E's over here trying to blow up my neighborhood again or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you might want to take a look and see if one of their trucks are outside.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard them all.
You're gonna need to do a whole fresh install, honestly.
Yeah, it's probably gonna send me an update as soon as it's in streamer enabled mode, so I can't really do anything with Discord right now because I have streamer mode enabled, so I can't look at anything. I can't there's probably an update sitting on the other side of this, and then it's gonna work perfectly fine after the motherfucking podcast is done. The other topic of the day is something that me and Jay have been fighting for so many months since the game came out, almost a year now since the game came out, which is Warzone and the cheaters, which has been heavily talked about because of the fact that cheaters have been caught in big tournaments. And what is Activision doing? I haven't heard from them. There's an anti-cheat that's in every other game that could work on Warzone, and it hasn't been installed. So I mean, Doc, you probably only seen the frustration from us when you watch us on stream with cheaters, like the other night, that lovely gentleman that I'm gonna have a fucking my god, dude, I'm gonna beat the shit. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this motherfucking. The other night, I was sitting there and I had a.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, Jace, come here.
Oh. There we are. You got a special guest too there?
Almost. Yeah. Well, just my regular Sunday company.
There you are. Come on in, have a seat. Let's talk to your guest there.
They say hello.
There you are.
Oh, it's my son Jason.
There you go.
Comes in, and we usually spend time together at least, once a week, and hang out, and
well, that's cool.
It's nice to have that contact and that family contact, because right now it is really, really hard. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the reactions, kind of sitting third person to it. And it really does, the fact that people not only feel that they have to, but it's almost like, because Activision is not being more proactive about it.
Right.
It's almost like tacit approval. And it's like, well,
yeah,
we really don't care as long as, we're getting our money, and as long as we're getting all of that in. And I mean, and that really does. It takes so much away. And I was talking with Jay about this earlier. It's like, you're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as how people react to it. And is this really the taste you want to leave in their mouths about, how much the integrity of your game and not just the game itself, but the integrity to which you hold people to it. So, I mean, and for it to get into tournaments, it's like, seriously,
It's sad.
no.
It's sad. It's sad. I mean, me and Jay spent hours upon hours, especially when we did tournaments last year on this game to be where we are and to have the skill level to keep up with everybody else now, and now including cheaters. Because like that kid yesterday who was sitting there using he pulled out a heartbeat to make it look like he saw me on a heartbeat. Well, idiot, I picked up my ghost class. You can't see me in a heartbeat sensor. You couldn't see me on a radar. The only way, if you had advanced radar, which you didn't have, and you still managed to walk in the same room I was in, you found me, you knew exactly where I was, and then shot me. It was like, I was sitting there, I was like, and people get me, go, why are you reporting people that are cheating? Because they're cheating. That's the problem with people. They've accepted the fact that the people are going to cheat and they don't say anything about it. And this is what
making cheating normal.
Yeah, they get mad at me because I'm pointing out that the fact that this person is a cheater, and they're saying, "Oh well," I mean, me and CJ Spider have that conversation all the time. He's like, "Well, why are you reporting him?" Because you could tell that the guy his movements are unnatural. He knows exactly where you're at. He's aiming at you even before you came over a hill. He goes, no. I go, see, that's the problem. And I said, that's what I told him. I said, this is your guys' problem. You guys accept this kind of behavior from people, and you just let it go and say it's not cheating. It's cheating. It's 100% cheating. And you guys normalize it like, hey, you know what? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. It's not cheating. That's why I tell even Pagan always.
Well, and it's not an accident. It's not like you can accidentally.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I stumbled on a cheat code and it just appeared. And it's like, no, you're doing this intentionally, and you're doing it with the thought that it's more important to have a high score than to earn a high score.
Exactly.
To actually do the work to get better.
What?
And, and the thing is, it shows in how they play.
It does. And the people think that, I'm stupid. Last year in 2020, I got, what was it? Was it 89 people banned from Warzone because of the reports that we made? And I'm going to do it again this year.
The sad thing is the 89 people that he got banned came back right directly after because all they need is a new email.
Yeah. They just, that's the thing see, the thing is like people like EA and Respawn, when they ban you, they IP ban you. Meaning, if you decide that you want to make a new email, you're done. You still can't play the game. It bans you automatically because of your IP address, which you can't hide.
And that's what Activision needs to do.
Yeah, and it's
that's what we've been saying for over a year already, and they haven't done it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a sad deal.
When somebody else comes in with something that's better, that is held better, that is, has that integrity, whoever brings it in is going to end up getting, all of the attention and all of the money. So Activision
I think that's what a lot of people are hoping for with Treyarch with Call of Duty Cold War, is that they saw all the problems that they had, and with Call of Duty with Cold War taking over Warzone, they're like, okay, you put an anti-cheat in for Cold War, you have it in Warzone, there you go, your problem's fixed. They didn't do a damn thing.
Well, and here's the deal: is that they were in the middle. So here's the deal with that: why Cold War, why Treyarch hasn't been very into it, and all they did was put up a old map of Alcatraz and fuck Discord really bad. Fuck you, Discord.
Going to have to
fuck you, Discord. Out. All right, we're gonna end this right now. Yeah, we're going to end this right now since Discord is messing up so bad for us. Doc, any last thoughts before we get out of here?
Last thoughts. Hey, everybody, if you're going through a hard time, if you're going through a difficult time, there are some amazing people on this format to reach out to. And please reach out. If one person, doesn't come through for you, there is a whole bunch of other people that will. So please, please, please. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be supported. And there are people who will support you. So, hang in there and keep reaching out.
Mr. Stuns.
You can reach any one of us on Discord, on Twitter, on Twitch. You can reach any one of us. If you're going through some shit, hit us up. you're not in stuff alone. We're always here to help, and granted, you can't always be 100% here. The only way I won't answer somebody is if I'm like ridiculously busy, or I'm having a family emergency, or I'm potentially going to be working soon. So other than that, I'm there 100%. And if I am doing any of those other things, the second I have a free chance, I will answer anybody. So if you have an issue, reach out. We'll get in touch with you, whatever. As far as our next cast, I don't know who the guest is going to be yet. We'll figure it out.
We'll announce it.
Yeah, we'll announce it. But I do have a couple people that have been in mind from the beginning that I need to get on, but we'll figure it out.
We'll announce it. Everybody, as I always say, everybody, you got one chance, you got one life, you got one opportunity here on Earth. Why the fuck are you not doing it? Why are you sitting there at your little dead end 9-to-5 job complaining about it? What? There you go.
If there's no struggle,
that's true.
There's no progress.
That's true. That's true.
Awesome, Jay.
If you think, fuck you, Discord. If you think any of this is easy, if you think that what we do is easy, or any of this is easy, please take a day in our shoes. We struggle a lot, like I'm struggling today with this piece of shit fucking Discord. Take a day, and you know what? It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be overnight. What you want to do, what you would love to do in life, but go do it. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Stop living that 9-to-5 job over there at Walmart or McDonald's or whatever the hell you're doing. Go do what you dreamed that you wanted to do. Don't sit there and frustrate yourself. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see everybody on next week's stream. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you all later.
Blessings.